Hi, and welcome. This is the masterclass. I am so excited that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're here and you made the time today. Today is extremely different than I expected, extremely different. I was supposed to have no babies. I had it all planned out. Sorry, I'm putting my timer on because that's the other thing I wanted to say. I am in a total different situation. I have all babies. Um, Husband's still traveling home. It's a little crazier, but that's the message for today. I hope that you see that no matter what, it comes down to courage, and it comes down to nothing will ever go as the way you planned it, never. But you go with it and you keep going. And we will go over way more, but I just want you to remember that. First, if this is the first time I'm meeting you, welcome. A few of us, we have, been through a few of these, and it's been really awesome. So I'm welcoming you for the first time. For the rest of you that have been here and we've done this together a few times, I'm so glad you're back. Thank you. And as always, as I promise to provide you with tons of information, little nuggets that you can use to create success, have your dreams come true, however you really want to say it, but it's living with purpose is what it boils down to. So close Facebook, silence your phone, put it on do not disturb. Give this your full undivided attention. Go grab a paper and pen. You can write down some stuff and maybe grab some, nuggets that you want. But you will get this recording afterwards. I will send it to you. So do not worry about that. So, and as you're joining, hello, I see that you're popping on. Hi. But I'm going to keep it because there's so much, and I'm hoping that I have no children interruptions. So I'm going to keep it, and I will keep commenting or anything you want to say. And afterwards, I will respond to you. Okay, so that we can keep going. So I don't even know if I said it yet because of the craziness. My name is Lisa Covert, and I am the founder of LisaCovertOnline.com. I am a marketing and a branding coach, and I have now been tugged in my heart to show everyone how to live with purpose. That is my main purpose. I feel it in my blood, in my heart, in my soul, in my whole life is to live with purpose. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And I create these based on what you tell me. And you have been telling me, what is my purpose? Or I keep doing this. I can't figure out what the right path is for me. I've tried this. I've tried that. I don't know. So that's what we're doing here today is I'm going to talk about vision boards and show you how that can help you to answer those questions for yourself. So, and stick around to the end. So I'm going to make this about 40 minutes long. We're going to cram in a lot in that time period. But at the end, I want to tell you something and show you something that is absolutely so exciting. I have chills just thinking about it that I want to tell you now. But we're going to focus on our vision boards, and I want to tell you everything that I know about them and how that they've helped me. And then we'll get to it. So make sure you stick around to the end. You will be missing out if you don't. So I'm just telling you. So stick to the end. I promise. I won't disappoint you. I promise. And also, again, I want to start. This is a masterclass, but that doesn't mean I'm an expert, but not like you think. An expert isn't someone that you put on a pedestal and the person has no, anything. A person that on a masterclass just means you're an expert. It doesn't mean that you have to be an expert of everything. It's just an expert. That means that, you know what I'm an expert in? I'm an expert of keep going. I'm an expert for never giving up, and an expert to be a better me each and every day. That's it. I'm an expert. That's what I do with that. So anything that I'm doing, you can do too. Okay, so I want you to see that this is a masterclass to learn and to become a master of you and living with purpose. So first, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself to connect a little bit more, let you know who I am. Here I am giving you this information, and how do you know it's good information? Well, I can tell you, number one, it all comes because I've done it myself. I am a wife, a mother of two gorgeous little boys, and I'm brave, I'm strong, and I'm a courageous girl. That, I accidentally became an entrepreneur. It wasn't on purpose, it wasn't planned, and to be honest, it was not something I really even wanted. I really thought it in the beginning.
What did you do?
Okay, baby, I'm talking, okay? Remember? Mommy's gonna be on here. Can you watch TV for a little bit and I'll make up for it, I promise? Okay, so sorry. That's the way today. I didn't want to do it to you, but so
Mommy,
motherhood has brought me, gave me to, yes, honey.
say please, say sorry.
Can you please go watch TV?
Please don't kill.
Okay, so please don't yell. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, is that Polly over there? Uh-oh, Amber's got an emergency. Emergency.
No.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so motherhood again has brought these pieces and can't make this all come together for me, because even like now my heart just beats because I go, here we are talking and we're doing work. How do you mix family into work? That should not be something. I was taught to not intertwine that, and that's exactly what happened. I worked in advertising and majored in marketing, and when my whole life was that. There was nothing that came before. There was, something falling apart that had to be handled, my family time, my time with my significant other, my friends, anything that I planned, this would become first because that's what it was. If an email came at what time, that was the first thing I looked at in the morning. So when life became the opposite and said, okay, your kid is the first priority, and don't, I saw myself. I was taking care of my baby and looking at the phone. I couldn't wait for that to stop so I could go back to work, when that was not really where my heart was. And I apologize, but I'm going to drink water because when I talk a lot, I get dry and I don't want to cough on you. Okay, so that's the point. So it kind of, my life intertwined, and it accidentally boomed together and created this entrepreneurship, which I never meant to. But I took all, again, just being in marketing and everything, and it just kind of all happened. I was not wanting to do that. I didn't. But now it's been the best ever, because just like, again, now that's what I want to teach you, is right now I was put in a predicament of one of my fears or one of my struggles is work and family together when it's something like this. If there's something like I'm writing an email, or if there's something, I can find my little 15, 20 minutes, but I start to pressure up, like, here, I'm going to do this. I said the time, I can't change it. The day did not work out, and here you are with your kids. And instead of it being a terrible thing, I've turned it into something good. Okay. So that's where, that is me. That's just me. I'm the, most days you'll catch me, again, I kind of dress up and you'll see a blouse, but you never see, I got mascara and lip gloss on. That never happens. This you're seeing me real special. But the difference is how I can be an expert is that I've done all this. I've failed more times than I want to count, more times than I even want to admit, but I kept going. And every time I wanted to walk away and give up, I turned back around. And that's what it is. I don't want you to feel like everything you want and have has to be with so much struggle, but the first time it does. It's a learned muscle. And that's one of the biggest things that we're going to talk about more. To start this, though, I want to tell you a little story about me when I was younger. When I was a little girl, about 5 or 6, I used to have Barbies. Okay, don't make fun. I had this Barbie house that was just amazing. I loved playing with my Barbies. And I would create this house. Barbie would get pregnant. She'd be with the kids. They would be Ken, my husband, and baby, everything. And this little dream for me was so fierce, okay? I want to keep saying that, so fierce. The imagination that I had, again, was so, so fierce. You could have asked me about it then, and you would have said, oh, are you sure that ain't going to happen? I would have told you that I would expect and accept nothing less than that. And if you asked me to describe it, I could tell you like all five of my senses. I could tell you, the smell of the pink flowers on the kitchen table. I could tell you, the touch of the soft skin of the baby because I was holding him. I could tell you the, sip of hot chocolate, how great it tasted. I could tell you the way my kitchen looked and my kids and my husband smiling and being happy. And same with my children. I saw everything. I could feel it with all of my senses. And again, like most children's imagination, it was clear to me. It was completely bold. It was untouchable. Like I said, I would never have accepted anything less. But fast forward through the years. Life on Earth can be very unkind when we grow up. Wounds appear, fears are created, we're rejected, we feel unwanted, and just not enough. And all that piles up to create a very, very broken adult. And that fierce imagination just disappears. Again, life was not always kind to me. Some people in my life that I love the most were the ones that let me down the most. I felt alone and lost and broken for a very, very long time. And I did a great, great job at hiding all of my pain. At least I thought I did. I mean, that's what I get. Well, one day, and again, I think people become a parent and they say, that's the child changed them. And it's not so much that child changed you, it's that a moment happened for me. And it was not a moment that it was different than any other moment in my life. It was a moment that could have went by completely unnoticed. I'm telling you, completely unnoticed. There was no dramatic loveliness. Like I like to watch my Grey's Anatomy, and that dramatic event happened. That. So you're there, and the music will play, all that. Well, nothing. It's not like whole, event that happens. That changes like the trajectory of everyone's life all in 1 second. It doesn't happen like that. And it never did. There was no big sizzle. Just one day, I got sick and tired of feeling so broken. I remember sitting on my bed crying and feeling broken. So done of being afraid and constantly worrying. Being tight. My shoulders would feel so tight, I didn't even know what to do. In that one split moment, everything changed because I decided I used to be and still was inside a strong, a brave, courageous, and bold, and free, and happy person. And I was going to commit and decided right then and there that the fear, the brokenness, and unworthiness and worry that I suffered for so long was never going to own my life again. I no longer welcome here. And that's it. I gave it an exit, and that was it. I took it serious, and I committed. And it was easy, I guess you can say, but not simple. Because underneath those walls that I created was a confident girl, was a fierce girl with a fire. Okay? And all of that. And I can tell you this, after I made that decision, I started to unfold and unravel all the things that were not allowing success to come to my life. And I unraveled them. I dealt with them. I cried. I got angry. There was some grieving through it all, thinking how long you suffered from something, how high you put someone on a pedestal for their approval, all of it. And it hurt. It did. But I can tell you now, right now, that little girl's dream, 5 years old of Barbies, I can look around and see that same exact thing. Those 5 senses all feel the same. Sometimes I'll take a sip of my coffee. I like a mocha. Just tell you, my mocha latte at Starbucks. And I can take a sip. And I'm looking around at my family. I can bring tears. I look around at my family and my kids, my life. And it all came true. That fierce imagination that girl had, and I pulled back. It came true. All of it came true. I mean, I'm not kidding you. My kitchen looks similar to that Barbie kitchen. I can remember it like in the back of my mind right now. it came true. My bedroom carpet is the same bedroom carpet that Barbie had in that Barbie house that my dad made me. I mean, I'm talking, it came true. Did it all happen the way I thought it was? No way. I couldn't have come up with this plan. I would have, this never. You know, when you say, well, all avenues are, this is the only way it can happen. So that's not happening. So it's not happening. And then it just completely a different way, completely a different way. So why do I tell you this story before we go into detail about vision boards? Well, that is because I tell you this story to remind you and to remind me that we all fall down. We all break. We all have some brokenness inside of us that we try to cover up. But none of us live that kind of life that appears to look so picture perfect like on social media. None of us. But when you are willing to live with purpose, you can actually create a life you want. When you desire, when you dreamed up, when you deserve. Okay? You can wake up every day happy. Every day. Every day. Now, is everything peaches and roses and that Barbie imagination every day, all day? No. But every day. Not every day, all day. Like I said, it's not 24 hours of total bliss. There are babies crying. There is frustration. There's times of you not sure I can keep going. But every day, I look around and I'm blessed and happy to have what I have. And it's amazing. But that's all because I purposely made that decision. I purposely did. So I want you to know that. But again, we all are broken inside. But the day I committed to break those patterns of like unconsciousness that I was in for years, that's really, really when I decided to live my life, live on purpose. 100% I believe that I can make any of my dreams and desires happen. As long as I make them so freaking real in my heart and my head, I can make anything happen with some action and never giving up. So that is why I'm teaching you about vision boards today. Because one of the biggest rolling back those was keeping my imagination and my fierce fire and focus on. People have talked about vision boards for years, many years before I started doing them, and I didn't seem to fizzle. I thought it was as a project, like, oh, this is a little school project. I'm going to make a little scrapbooking. And it never became something fierce. It would be something I started, and then it became not fun, so I stopped doing it. And that's what happened. Well, so not only am I teaching it because of that, but there is like no time left till the end of the new year. Nothing. I mean, we have weeks till the new year. That's it, just weeks. From today, we have just weeks. So that is why.
I did a good job.
You did a good job. Mommy's still on here though.
Oh.
So when Mommy's done, then.
Yeah.
Not yet, that's right. Okay, you behind me. So that is the reasoning why the vision boards that I'm doing this today. Okay, so we're going to jump right into this because we've already been. So I got to focus now. Get ready. Okay, so I'm going to give you the main points of a vision board and what you would need. What are the keys? Okay, I have gone over it and you must understand that number one is that fierce imagination. It's fierce. When you can stand there and look, like when I can look at you right now and I can think of something, like when I was telling that Barbie story, I committed to it. I felt it inside of me. I could see flashes of it. Have you ever read a book, like, one that you fell in love with, when you were going page after page, after the chapter's done, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to read the next one, but I have to go do something. So, excuse me, please wait. So, wait, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Shh. So, with that, it's when you're reading that book, it's like you can picture the characters. You can picture yourself, whatever it is. For me, I can picture the characters. I can see, whether they're at a bar or whether they're outside You know, I see it all. I could describe it to you. If somebody wanted to make a picture of it, I could describe it to them enough that they could do that. You know, again, from the five senses, I could tell them everything. So that's how fierce your imagination needs to become. And that's not something that comes overnight. That is something that comes with training, and it's like a muscle. You're not going to pick up a 50-pound weight and think that you can lift it the first time. Please don't touch. Thank you. You're not going to pick that up the first time and just be able to, you know, have that 50 pounds. So you're going to start with 5. You're going to move up to the 50. And that's the same thing. Don't expect to be on a level of an expert. An expert just means that that person committed earlier than you. That person got started earlier than you. That doesn't mean anything else. The biggest thing that I did once as an example of how that grows too is mind-wise. I did something when I started the meditation. There was a piece of meditation for peace, something like that, but it was like a challenge. And don't touch there, please. And it was like 20-something days, something like that. And you did 1 minute one day, the next day was 2 minutes, the next day was 3 minutes. I mean, it progressed up to 20-something minutes. And please, no, putting your hands there, please. Thank you. Ma'am? I'm sorry. Super crazy for me. Okay. So, but he's so darn cute, isn't he? He's so cute. Oh, lamb, please. Okay, let's see. We didn't mess anything up, right? No.
Who's that?
That is mommy. Okay, ready? Okay. So we're gonna go back. Mommy's talking, okay? Do you need something? No, mommy's not done. And as long as you stay here, mommy's not done, okay? Okay. Do you want to go back to Polly? And Amber has an emergency? Yes, honey. When you go over there and let mommy do this, then we can talk about it, okay? Okay. We don't have to have it. It's okay. Okay. So, totally bribing. Said he can have a prize afterwards when he was really good. Okay. So sorry for the interruptions. You just breathe and go through. Okay, baby. This thing, you touch it and it's gonna make noises, okay? And I don't want them to hear noises, okay? So okay, no more talking. No more talking. Mommy's serious. Thank you. Okay. So the fierce imagination, that I want to start with again, is the absolute #1 key. That is something, again, you're gonna grow. You're gonna do it. And why do you say that? Like, what do you need to have about a vision board? Well, okay, we're going to move on from that. So to have the imagination, your vision board is supposed to be something like you see mine behind me. So I look at it and it brings up, imagination. It brings up something, like I see it and I want to make something happen. Hey, can you take the little remote and press the round circle? I heard it stop the TV. You think you can do it? I bet you can. So it's in the bucket. So when you see, my vision board, I'm trying to see it. I put 2 of them up there so they can just kind of see them in the background. So, yeah. Can you see? If you don't mind me, you can always see my head, right? Okay. So this is, again, it's there for me to see. It helps me, but the keys to the vision board is to have some emotional attachment to it. I believe most of us spend more time making it perfect, going, oh, hers has like these cool little background behind the pictures, or she did it all great in a nice frame, or, she found the right words in the magazine. That doesn't matter. Get a Sharpie, okay? There's nothing perfect about my vision boards. There's nothing. I don't focus on that anymore. I don't. That is absolutely thrown out the window. If you're looking for perfection, or if you're looking for a piece of art, then go to an art class. But that's not what this is. This is literally creating your future and showing you your dream. And part of that is being specific. So don't get perfect, get more specific. That's the key. So when you say, I can't wait to find my purpose. Okay, well, what does that mean for you? What would you do if you found your purpose? Well, I would know what to do next. Yeah, but what would that be? That's what you want to keep asking yourself is what do you want? Because to me, okay, I want freedom. Freedom means for me that I get to work through things like this. That even though, again, I remember at work, and if there was a snow day, and if my kid was sick, I would have had to take off, and I would have been, one of those people like, oh, she doesn't take her work that seriously. She can't find a babysitter for today. It's a work day, working from home. What? You're not actually working from home. I don't want to feel like that because look at this. This is getting something done, getting my work done, and I don't feel guilty where I used to. And that's the part of, that's what freedom meant to me, was that I could have the family and I can have my career and I can feel important and I can have all of that. And that's what that meant to me. So on my vision board, it's family and it's my career together. It's mommy being the businesswoman with, my little men all around me. That's what freedom means to me. Being bold and being fierce, what does that mean? I mean, standing up and speaking to you, being a speaker, being an author, being, teaching courses, all that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what freedom meant for me. That's why you don't want to copy other people. You can get some ideas and write some stuff down. No, please do not touch. Thank you. Then it's also about being, sorry, I lost my train of thought, being specific and, oh man, I'm so sorry. But you don't want to copy someone else, because what my version of what freedom means is not what you think it means. And that's what the key is that you're coming up with your way, your understanding of what that is. And that's what makes the vision board so real. So make it very specific in your head, what you care about, what you love about. Liam, I'm just going to tell you that Brandon, as a play date, they're having it today. So we're not going to go because you're not listening. When you go over there and watch some TV and let mommy finish, then we can talk about going. Is that a deal? Deal? Okay. Thank you. That's a great big helper. Great listener. Okay, so I just want to review again. Again, it's the fierce imagination, but to create the fierce imagination, you want to make sure that your vision board is specific and it's not perfect. Okay? And with that vision board, again, the imagination, this is where it comes in. Every single day, at least one thing on that vision board, you go through and you think about. Honey, don't move that because all the books are going to fall. Can you put that back, please? Thank you. Remember, Brandon's house, go to the TV and then we'll go play, okay? Okay, so on the vision board, we're not going to go if you're not quiet. Thank you. Sorry, you're seeing momhood now. When I look at mine, it makes me think, and I have an imagination. I have a dream in my head of what that appears to be. And I don't add that onto my day already. Here we are. I'm constantly multitasking, but I prefer a multitasking like I take a shower and I think about it. I don't leave these down here. I don't. I have them usually upstairs in my room. So before I go in the shower, I look at them and I think about them and imagining in the shower when I have a few minutes, when I have silence that I can, or the most silence possible. And to think about it again. So what does it mean to me to be an author? What does it mean to me to be a speaker? What does it mean to me to be bold? What does all that mean? Okay. And then, so it's, again, every day, that's when I said the peace thing. Find time to meditate or something. And all that really means is finding silence and peace and creating that imagination for yourself. Picturing yourself there in the wonderfulness. And I don't know if you've ever heard an energy wise. In the energy world, it's like a level. Number one is love. When you feel like love, have you ever sang a song that you just absolutely loved? It just fit that time period. Every time you hear that song, it puts you back to that time period. And you think about it. Well, that's you feel such love in there. Love is the most powerful energy to create your life. Second, unfortunately, is evil. When you think of those terrible, bad energy. So they're almost the same. And it's just going with love. thinking in the way of love, helping people, serving, just feeling in the state of love. Okay. So again, we understand that we're making our vision boards. You're not worrying about the perfection. It's getting specific. Again, imagination is one of the biggest keys. Again, force you to understand that this is fierce. Okay. I want your brain to really focus that it's having that fierce imagination and that it's not something that comes overnight. I promise you, you start it, and 30 days later, you're doing like a minute a day. I mean, come on, don't. That's the thing. Don't give excuses to think you can't, because I've talked to you guys, and I want to help you. I really do, but you have to make that commitment to yourself. And there's no one more important in this world than committing to yourself. I mean, even like here, my children, I love them and hear their addition, and I feel bad sometimes giving like a look like you, but it's I'm also committing to myself and I'm showing them that. I don't want him to grow up feeling bad that he's with his kids and working and doing stuff. I love it. If you see, he came over here. Now he's playing with his helicopter and stuff. You just show love, and that is what happens. So it's just having that imagination and being committed and fierce to yourself. So again, I just don't want excuses for, it's because you're only doing that to yourself. I mean, you go poop every day, okay? Everybody does it. I'm just saying. Do it then. Think about it and have the imagination at that point, okay? Think about it. Okay. Now, with that, another commitment is that you continually take action. I can't have this vision board and want to be an author and sit on the couch and binge watch my shows whenever I have free time. That is not going to create the dreams that I want. You do have to take action. You can't just sit there and want a significant other and never go out. Never feel pretty, never try to look pretty, never feel confident, never do anything like that, because you're not going to get that, okay? So it's taking action is just as important, and that is having your fierce imagination. Having both of them is absolutely keys, okay? You can't have one without the other. Now, also, too, I want to point out that, I worry about saying this because sometimes we hold ourselves back saying, oh, that can't happen. Because let me tell you, I've put things on there that I never thought would happen. I remember I had a huge personal debt, and I never thought that was going to go away. And all of a sudden, my husband and I were looking at that, and I'm like, I cannot believe that that's gone. Like at the moment, but I didn't realize it connected to my board. I saw it actually the last time I was taking it down, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I was like, that never worked out. I could have never planned how that happened. Never planned. Never. I mean, bringing money here, doing this and that, work. Never could have planned for that to happen, but it did. So put things on there that are for reach, that are possible. But you want to align things with you. If my husband and I want to go backpacking to Europe, right now I don't want to put that on my vision board. I have a 13-week-old baby that's nursing, and I live, 13 hours away from the closest family member. It's probably not something that, we want to do right now, So even though we want to do that, that doesn't align with where we are. So be fierce, be bold with what you want in your dreams, but be aware like that. That doesn't align with us right now. So if I was offered that, I would probably say no because of that. And that would make it not come true. Okay? Now, this is the thing I want you to, the most is most people don't, the thing that's the hardest part for people to understand is that just having courage to commit to something is everything. If you never walk, if you never take a step, if you never try, and I don't like that word try, but if you never make a move, if you never take action, then nothing will ever happen. That's the secret, is that having the courage to try, having the courage to commit to yourself, having the courage to take action. That's it. But having the courage to take action is where you want to be. Okay, so again, there are weeks left of the year. Weeks. I think it's 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks until the new year. Walmart. I'm recording this right now with you. Okay, and I hope you're liking this. I hope you're getting a lot of information from this. And again, list your questions down. I want you to ask me stuff. We'll talk after this for sure. When I don't have two bambinos wanting me. Okay, but I hope you think about doing your vision board before the end of the year. What do you want 2019 to look like? What do you want some things to come from it? I always take the different aspects, the financial, the relationship, the things for me. What do I want? Maybe things now. Yes, honey. I do hear him, but mommy's almost done. Okay.
No.
Yeah, we'll go talk to him in a minute. He's awake, but it's okay. He's just talking. Okay, so to close, I made a promise for you that I was going to tell you something real exciting. I mean, I have chills, so excited to tell you this. Okay, you've told me that you want to live with purpose. You don't know what your purpose is. You tell me you don't know what direction you need to go in next. You told me, peeling away those little layers of having this person emotional, having this happen, having this layer, but you have dreams. That's why you're here, right? That's why we're talking. Well, I've heard you say, you wish you had like accountability. You didn't want to do this alone. Do it with somebody else. You wanted, help to find the courage, the bold, the brave, beautiful self that's inside of you, to bring it to the surface. You've said that, that you've been inspired, that you've taken steps, that you want to follow through with your success. Well, that's what I'm here for. I want to raise your vibration and shift your perception and start receiving all the success that is out there for you, just waiting for you. I want to help you, give you the tools to stay there, to consciously make decisions and reach success levels that you want, achievements. It doesn't matter how big or small they are. I want you to achieve them. And I want you to do them over and over and over and over again. I want to help you feel that and see your inner wonderfulness, the brave, the strong, and the courageous person that's inside of you. I want to help you map out your goals. I want to help you time manage it, strengthen your confidence, build your focus, shifting your perception, be in the present moment. I want you to overcome fears, get rid of excuses and commit. I want to keep giving you the accountability, the strong accountability. I want you to feel that fierce imagination and believe in yourself. Have a fire inside of you. And then always keep going towards goals. So how am I going to do this? Well, I've created a group for us to get together 5 weeks. I might be giving you 6 weeks. I think I'm in a bonus. But as of now, 5 weeks, we're going to go and we're going to make this happen. We're going to do it as a group. We're going to work together to do this. We're going to commit one desire and we're going to see it to its fruition. We're going to work together. We're going to get you to be in that confident state that you want to, and you're going to find its purpose. You're going to rewrite your story. That's what we're calling this. 5 weeks to rewrite your story. Okay? Now, normally I want to tell you this. The personal coaching, it would be thousands of dollars for the amount that you're going to get in here. Thousands. And I said that's not possible. No, I'm not doing that. That is not something right now that, no. I don't want you to have to pay that. And then I thought $1,000. I'm like, no, I still don't want it. No. Then $800-900. I mean, I have seen those are like major discounts at $800-900. $600? Nope. $200? Nope. I'm going to tell you this astronomically crazy. I am doing it for $47. $47 for 5 weeks plus another bonus week. Okay? We're going to do this. For 5-6 weeks, we're going to be together starting in January. The first week in January. Now, all you have to do, and I'm telling you though, that there's only a certain amount of spots. I'm not going to do many because I want this to be so, I want to be there for you. I want to answer your questions. I want to help you through this. So, $47. And this is not going to last long, but again, it's only a limited amount of spots. To sign up today, and again, I don't know how the $47 is going to go long. It's probably going to be for the next week because I want to do this special for you. So go to Lisa Covert Online lisacovertonline.com/your story. So YOURSTORY. Okay. lisacovertonline.com/your story and sign up today and grab your spot. Okay, I've had a great time with you today. I hope that you found tons of nuggets. And again, get with me. I see comments and stuff, but I got a baby crying. I have to run, and it's internally, So thank you so much for coming today. I can't thank you enough. And again, I hope that you found wonderful value, and I will see you later, okay? Bye.